Okay, I'm here at the Cayman Pit at the San Antonio Aquarium. You'll notice they're all right here. It's because I'm wearing a red shirt. Now, these particular species can see the color red. I've been walking around, and as they see me, since not everybody's wearing this much red like I am, this almost my entire shirt is red, they're keen into it. That is why I wanted to bring this up. So there's a model of a full-size alligator. These are small caimans. They just eat little bitty fish. But I wanted to bring up something that people just kind of overlook. So, according to theory, the giant asteroid slammed into the Yucatan Peninsula, supposedly 10 miles wide. It threw up a lot of dust and killed off all the dinosaurs through intense fires, water surges, various and sundry things. Well, you got to ask yourself, if the dinosaurs died, why didn't the alligators die? The alligators are pretty much unchanged. If you go down, all the way down to a thing called the Grand Uniformity, which is the base rock pretty much around the world, the species stay the same. The species is a loose term made by man. Let's just call them kinds. So the alligator, yes, there were some like Dinosuchus riograndeus, the one that they've got at the Whitty. It's a giant one, but you can explain that through higher oxygen levels, which are obviously occurred earlier. You can tell that by the magnum sizes of insects. And an insect now can barely, its body mass is limited by it has a bellow system in the side. They breathe through spirochetes. They don't have really a lung system as such, but they're limited in size to the cross section. So once you get the middle of the insect starts getting wider, the way its breathing is set up, it can't support it in today's oxygen level. However, the ancient oxygen level, which you can tell by rocks, was much higher. Also, dinosaurs, some of the really giant sauropods, like Brachiosaur, had nasal passages about the size of a horse. And to oxygenate a body that big, they would need approximately half again the oxygen concentration that we have today. So the world that was is different from the world that is. So the asteroid destroyed everything supposedly, but like I said, it didn't knock out several things that were turtles made it. They say, well, the dinosaurs died because they're real big. The average size of a dinosaur was the size of a lamb. Now, everybody knows about the giant ones, the giant sauropods and the giant meat eaters, but remember, there was a bunch of them that were pretty small. Now, when I was in Mrs. Neal's second grade class at Glen Oaks Elementary, we learned about a creature in New Zealand called the tuatara, and it was called the last dinosaur. They said that was the last member of the class Dinosauria. Since then it's been changed. People have seen, everybody says, well, why aren't dinosaurs mentioned in the Bible? Well, the word dinosaur was not invented until the 1840s. Before that, the Bible calls them dragons, and they're also, all the literature around the world has monsters. I've done several videos on what I think the story of Beowulf is about, but if you go through the Irish Chronicle, they talked about a creature with spikes on its tail, plates on his back, and a face of a horse. And that was in the Chronicles of Roscommon and the Tooth of Demea, and put all together in a book called the Irish Chronicles. So, if you only knew about the animals around your area, what's got spikes on its tail, plates on its back, and a face like a horse? Somebody goes, well, that doesn't really look like a horse. Well, it's the nearest thing they got to what it looks like. So don't listen. Evolution's a lie. You're not an inconsequential glob of matter. God created you. And if you did come about by accident, which can't happen, how can you trust your own thoughts? Remember, there is a ghost in the machine. He's not a ghost, he's God. Deus ex machina is not just a saying. There is an ultimate cost to everything. So anytime anybody tells you you're just an insignificant blob of protoplasm, remember, God has a plan for you. Thank you, I'm out.